back. Today we're going to be talking about eggs. So we do use a lot of eggs in this house, for boiled eggs for lunches, pop in there for lunch, scrambled eggs for breakfast, poached eggs for breakfast. So I'm going to cover all three of those today. Eggs are fairly simple to cook. Most of you probably know how to cook them. For those that don't, here's how to do it, some little tips and tricks, things like that, as well as cooking eggs in a pressure cooker that makes it really quick and makes those boiled eggs really easy to peel. Okay, so scrambled eggs. So scrambled eggs, really quick, easy, takes less than 30 seconds to cook. I've got the pan heating up. It's been heating up for about 2 or 3 minutes. So you want that pan at a medium heat. Let it warm up. You don't want to throw the eggs into a cold pan, otherwise they will stick. So let's start with the scrambled eggs. So I'm just doing 1 egg today. Sometimes I'll do 2 eggs, depending how hungry I am. A little bit of eggshell in there. Okay, got the eggshell out. So next thing we're going to do is just scramble this up. Now, with the Whole30, you can't use dairy, so we're not going to be putting any milk or anything in this. We will be using ghee to cook this. Ghee is basically clarified butter. What that means is all the milk solids and proteins have been taken out of it, and it's just the fat. Okay, so you can use this on the Whole30. There's none of those milk proteins that people have a lot of problems with. So we use it for cooking eggs. Has a great flavor, has that buttery kind of flavor, so when you're using that. The other thing I add into my eggs before I cook it, a little bit of black pepper. Okay, so scramble that up. Okay, get a little bit of air in there, and then we're going to move it over to the pan and throw it in. Okay, so we have the pan ready to go. Threw my ghee in there. It's probably about a tablespoon of ghee in there, so quite a bit. I'm going to throw the eggs in there, and it's going to go quick, seconds. Okay. And what I usually do is I actually turn the stove off. Give it a quick stir. Like that. Those eggs are done. It's that quick. You can eat them just like that. What I like to do is throw a little bit of spinach in there. Kind of whip that with it. I also have some veggies that I pop in the microwave here, just to heat up before adding to the eggs. Okay, get that going, just let it wilt down a little bit, and that is what I have for breakfast a lot of days. Now that the water's boiling with for the poached eggs, what I'm going to do is add a little bit of salt. Okay. The second thing you want to do, and the jury's kind of out on this technique here, but I believe in it. But adding a little bit of vinegar to that water is going to help stick that egg white together and make it come together nicely. Okay. So what I typically do is, I make the egg, put it in a little ramekin like this little bowl. Just makes it easy to plop in there, nice and gently, so you don't get the egg traveling all over the pot. The second thing I do is, once again, turn the heat off. Okay? Stir that water up so you make a little vortex. So when you pop that egg in there, it's going to wrap around itself and make a nice little poached egg like that. Okay? And turn the heat back up a little bit. I mean, you could cook this without turning the heat back up, but ideally you do not want that water to start boiling again. Poaching means cooking in warm water, not at a boil. Okay, so that is going right there. You can see there's a little bit of bubbles coming up. I'm going to turn that down even further, just to make sure we don't tear that egg apart. Okay, so I like soft poached eggs. Okay, and that has been in there for about 2.5 minutes. Okay, once again, the water's not boiling, it's at a very, very low flame, because you don't want to rip that egg apart. So I'll just put that on there. Whoops. Okay, and as I said, the water's salted, so you don't really need to salt the egg. I'll just whack a little bit of pepper on it. Okay, and the reason why I like soft-boiled eggs or soft poached eggs is this. Okay, turns into a really nice sauce that you can put over the vegetables, all those kinds of things. Okay, so that's two different ways of cooking eggs for breakfast. I'm going to eat my breakfast, and then I'll come back and show you how to cook a batch of hard-boiled eggs in the pressure cooker. Okay, let's talk about hard-boiled eggs. So I'm a big fan of using the pressure cooker, the Instant Pot here. It's quick, easy, and for some reason, I'm sure it has to do with the pressure, when it comes time to peel these, the shells come off really easily, and that's the biggest pain in the rear end with boiled eggs, is peeling the shells off without pulling half the egg with it. If you don't have a pressure cooker, absolutely you can do this in a pot, boil some eggs with an egg timer. This is one of my favorite little gadgets in the kitchen. It's a little acrylic egg timer here. You pop in with the water at the same time as the eggs, and it tells you when it's done. So you could have soft-boiled eggs, medium, if you're looking to do soft-boiled eggs, but for the hard-boiled eggs, I don't take it all the way to hard. If I was doing that, probably medium hard is where I would go, because the eggs will continue to cook a little bit after you take them out. So with the pressure cooker, just put a little bit of water in there, literally like a third of a cup. I've got 6 eggs in there right now. Usually we do a whole big batch of them, a dozen or so, and put it in there. And then put the pressure lid on. Okay, lock it up. And then I set it to pressure level high. Okay. And let's see, we'll knock that down. Put that down to 5 minutes. Okay. And after 5 minutes, those eggs will be ready. And then we do a quick release. I don't like doing a slow release because, as I said, the eggs will continue to cook. When they do a quick release, we pull all that steam out, throw them into an ice bath to stop the cooking, just like we did with green beans and broccoli during the blanching video. And then we'll peel those eggs, and they'll be ready to go for the week.